Welcome. Today we are talking with James Gagliano, Chief Experience Officer at First Commonwealth Federal Credit Union. James has more than 25 years in financial services. James, welcome, and thank you for spending time with Credit Union Digest.
Thank you, Larry. Thank you for the invitation. Pleasure.
Great. All right, well, let's get started. James, as you know, First Commonwealth has about 70,000 members and is approaching the significant milestone of $1 billion in assets. Could you discuss the drivers that led to First Commonwealth creating the new Chief Experience Officer role?
Sure. My role, that of Chief Experience Officer, certainly is a newer title seen in the credit union and banking industry. I think if you take a look in some similarities, if you look in community banking and in commercial banking, you will see a Chief Banking Officer role. So in both community banks and commercial banks, in many ways that mirrors that position. So with 11 financial centers, the state-of-the-art digital contact center that we have, our site, financial services in terms of executive sponsorship for CUSO Financial Services, and our corporate social responsibility, which is inclusive of our We Thrive Foundation. All of those areas will now roll up within that Chief Experience Officer umbrella. And due to the rapid growth over the past 5 years within the financial services industry, and of course within First Commonwealth itself, that landscape has changed. That includes fintech being some of our new competitors that we have to keep in mind in terms of making sure that we are competitive, agile, and positioned for growth. And my role helps support the credit union for further growth and expansion by having a priority view in many ways on that member experience as a true full-service credit union. And again, if you see our mission of empowering the pursuit of financial happiness, it all falls in line.
Great. Thank you, James. You're right about the factors, the landscape, the complexity of what a customer or member might experience today is broadly different than it was before, as well as evolving quickly. So in thinking about all those points that you made, what are some of the key areas where you are focusing your attention?
Well, I think especially over the last year and a half, I think a big aha moment for many organizations, whether it's a credit union or a bank or any financial services industry, is making sure that we are meeting our members where and how they like to bank. So what that means is that in many ways, if you look at we have state-of-the-art ITMs or interactive teller machines, where you have face-to-face interaction through our drive-through with a virtual teller or virtual member experience associate to assist you. Our contact center, our Work First, which is like a bank at work or at workplace banking program. And of course, our 11 financial centers is giving all of those channels and those opportunities for our members to engage with our associates availability. So again, when you're looking in a COVID environment, it's something that has certainly sped up some of our virtual and our digital enhancements. And we were so very well positioned due to the work that had been done in years past. And expanding our support in terms of long-term financial planning as well as debt management. So at First Commonwealth Federal Credit Union, we have 26 CUSO certified financial counselors that are at the ready and are being further developed to help support our members to meet their needs depending on the channel that they choose, and that's critical. When you look at some of the key areas of focus and attention, especially for First Commonwealth, I'm very proud to be part of the Bank on Allentown initiative, because again, it's focusing on our underbanked, our unbanked, and underserved communities. So when you take a look as far as a percentage and a number, it's really astonishing. If you combine those who are underbanked, unbanked, and underserved within the United States, you're looking at roughly 100 million consumers. So it's an untapped market, but it also shows us as a nonprofit collaborative, our responsibility to the community is to reach out and expand the tent And so if we're not focusing on those, on the unbanked, the underbanked, and the underserved, we're not living up to our mission. And so very proud of the Bank on Allentown initiative, but also very proud of a key priority that's underway, which is our matricular consular program. And the matricular consular program, for those who aren't aware, allows our Mexican nationals an entry or an entree into our into the banking sector, which perhaps they were not a part of before.
Wow. Well, thank you, James. A lot going on, a lot of opportunity and a lot of positive actions there. So it seems like I think you've been in the Chief Experience Officer role for about a year. So, you know, in your view, how's it going?
Very well. I feel blessed. I feel honored. Thanks to the insightful leadership and support by our CEO, Donald Estacco, and all those who work alongside her and myself. First Commonwealth has become an agile, member-centric, and employee-centric organization that has led to the continuous success that we've seen and made available for our 70,000 members, 70 plus. Due to the investment in our digital platform in 2018, 2019, we've been able to serve our members through what has certainly been a very challenging COVID environment. Many have lost their jobs. Many have faced struggles in unemployment, underemployment. They struggled on how to pay their bills.
Right.
And many have even lost loved ones. And so making sure that we are there for them in any way that we can is truly living up to our mission. Any organization, at the end of the day, is only as good as their people. And so First Commonwealth has by far the most dedicated, the most passionate, the most skilled employee base that I certainly had the pleasure to work with.
Great, great. Well, James, thank you for sharing with Credit Union Digest the things you're working on to better understand, I like that, and then build on and improve customer experiences at First Commonwealth Federal Credit Union.
Thank you.
Great, great. In closing, thank you for joining Credit Union Digest. If you have any additional questions for James, please see the links in his bio.